let's just go ahead and get into it. So, Justin, very interesting tribal tonight, considering for the first time ever, due to the auction, you guys are linked up into duos. Justin, you're going to respond to that?
Where was the question?
I wanted you to kind of elaborate on
what
it is.
All I heard you say was very interesting duos, and I was like, no, but yeah, it's very interesting because with this duos twist, now when you throw out a name or say you're voting someone, you're voting two people now, so to double the anger, double the work, and it's really hard, especially like let's say you want to do out like one of them, you don't like the other one, like it's just there's so many factors, but there's still so many votes. And also with the auction came so many advantages, which waiting for you to tell me mine. So yeah, it's like really complicated and it's really scary.
I do want to touch on that. Justin did get either he was told an advantage or disadvantage that he will find out at tribal. You'll find out at some point, not this second, but before the voting takes place, you'll find out. All right. Also, guys, I will update whispers about halfway through and then at the end and everything like that. In 1 second. That being said, let me go do one thing because I want to like send a message into a chat so I can.
That was an accident. I didn't mean to take that.
And actually, Justin, I can go ahead and reveal to you what your thing is now.
Oh my god.
So, Justin, you actually received a disadvantage. And it was the first whisper you do at Tribal Council will be revealed and the response that you receive. So Justin said in a conversation with Ned, he would have told me if I lied, I feel like. And then Ned responded, I'm trusting it so much with 3 cry faces.
That's not bad. Could have been way worse.
So that was the disadvantage.
Okay.
And with that, we'll be moving on. All right, Ned, besides obviously the duos, how did the auction change the game with advantages?
I mean, like, there was so many. I reckon there was like 5 given out. And like, I'm just worried that like one could, ruin something that I want to do. So I'm just hoping that, just trusting, like I said to Justin, just trusting people and hoping that the advantage don't screw me over from the auction.
All right. Daniel, how does the fact that people are linked to one another change the social dynamics amongst the tribe?
It's hard because, like, for example, if I wanted to, let's say Drew and Rocky are a duo in some alternate universe. Let's say I want to vote Drew, but I'm really close with Rocky, but Drew's like my number 1 target, but Rocky's like someone I don't want to lose now. That like cancels that out. Like I'm not willing to vote Drew if I want to keep Rocky. So then you have to look at option B. So basically I think what it's going to come down to is whoever is in the middle ground is going to go home. So if you are kind of indifferent or like I don't trust you too much, but I don't hate you too much, like that's going to kind of be where people decide, all right, well, it's better than losing a number 1 ally or something.
Simona, do you think tonight someone's going to get screwed over by this twist, or this twist is kind of another test amongst the game?
I think it's very possible that people could get screwed over by this twist. I think it's very possible that I am that person. I don't know. I think like everybody, it's different when it's an individual game, and it's different when you're paired with someone. And if you're paired with someone who you're on very different sides of the game, that's like one thing. And it's like, well, you want to protect yourselves, so you have to like agree on something. Whereas if you're with someone who's like on the same side as you in the game, it kind of makes you an easy vote because anyone on the other side of the game, they just vote you out and gets rid of like 2 people from like the opposite side. So I think it definitely adds a really interesting dynamic to an individual game, especially because there are so many advantages. It's like, well, do you play your partner your advantage? Do you not? Like, they're your partner, but only now, But yeah.
All right, thank you. Tristan, many people voiced towards the end of the auction that they did want to get that, the twist basically of linking everyone up, but you're actually the person that bought that advantage. Do you regret that? Do you stand by your decision?
It wouldn't have mattered because people had already said that they bid 20 before I even said anything. So, I mean, I was like, why not walk out of here with the most items bought? So I said 240.
All right. Griffin, so how has the game changed overall? Like, are there people that maybe beforehand you felt really comfortable with, but now they're linked up with someone that maybe you don't have such a great connection with and you're feeling distance between allies? Like, has it really shifted the dynamics of the way everyone talks to each other?
Yeah, I think it's totally like that. Like Daniel said earlier, he's like, there's someone that you're really close with and someone that that's who your target is. So you're not sure if you should tell your allies information because you know that they'll go tell their partner even though they're not the closest because they want to stay safe. So it's very tricky that way.
Dijon, Griffin brings up a really interesting point that, sometimes maybe if you and your partner aren't the closest, well, this week you guys are one unit. Is it important to be really open and honest with that other part of you today?
Can you reiterate that question? Like, can you
Yeah. So basically today you're linked up with someone that maybe in the past, maybe wasn't your closest ally. Maybe they're not someone that's been your number one, but today they're an extension of you. You two are one unit. Is it important to be really open and honest with that person, or is part of the game still not telling them everything?
A part of the game is still not telling them everything because people still want to play an individual game no matter how this twist may be right now that we're close together. They're still going to, spread information and tell their closest ally even if they're not together. So it's a part of you basically not telling the full truth but telling the half the truth and being transparent at the same time, which is very hard to do, but you just have to trust your gut nonetheless.
Mm-hmm. Evan, although you guys are partnered up, you guys still vote individually. Is it suspected that most people will vote with their partner, or is it possible that people vote on their own?
I think for the people who have heard their name or like are in trouble, I think it's important that they do vote together. Because at the end of the day, like it's still an individual game, but for this tribal, both of y'all will go home, and it's like it makes no sense to like split up the votes. Like you vote with your regular allies, and the other person votes with their regular allies. So it just depends who.
Okay. Jordan, you were one of the people that received a secret advantage. There were a few others. Have people came to you questioning you about that and how that could impact the game?
Oh, of course. I feel like that's been the topic of conversation. And I mean, I'm not going to say what it is. And I don't even know if I'm going to play it. But it's come up.
All right, Emily, how has the auction, and this is for Emily Pitch, sorry, by the way, yeah, I wanted to clarify. I realized that I needed to clarify once I saw Emily Pitch's really confused face. But how has, possible advantages and things that have come out of the auction changed the game? Is there a lot more caution when thinking about where to vote? Did I cut off?
We don't. No, we don't. I don't hear Emily.
We can't hear Emily. Oh, she's on Discord.
Oh, okay. Are you? She's gonna type? This is like charades. This is like talking to Tristan on Discord.
Sorry. Can you all hear me now?
Yeah, you're good.
I switched to my phone.
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay. So give me a second. Okay. So, yeah, I do think it changes the game by a lot. It makes you think, well, there were a lot of advantages given out at the auction. There were also idols that have not been played yet in this game. And the whole thought on people's minds right now are they don't want to be the person who gets to read. They don't want to get idled out. They don't want to vote for somebody to be somebody else's vote. So it does add an extra element of fear in people's heads.
Emily Buff. After tonight, you guys will enter the final 10. That will mean 20 people will have been voted out of the game. Does it feel like it's a turning point? Does it feel like after tonight things start to get even more serious?
I'll let you know if I get there. But yeah.
All right. Thank you. That being said, guys, I'm gonna go read whispers. Give you guys a little update. And I won't be exposing anymore. Let's see. From what I see, there's not a lot. The Edge of Extinction, as always, is talking. Jordan and Justin, Simona and Justin, Jordan and Emily Pitch, Simona and Ned, Jordan and Daniel, Justin and Emily Pitch, Tristan and Ned. That was about 3 minutes ago. Griffin and Dejan, Simona and Justin. Let me go check really quick the pre-film just in case anybody has not listened and has the pre-film in there instead of noted. Hold on. I was reading a message someone sent me. So Timmy messaged Evan, which she shouldn't be doing, but he said, hey. So it's fine.
I hate him.
Anyways, back to Tribal Council. So, Daniel, has there been a lot of drama back at camp today, or a lot of ongoing conversations? Like, what was it like today back at camp? Also, Tristan just texted me. He said me and him are whispering. Is Daniel there? Daniel, you're on mute, by the way, Daniel. You've been talking for a while. You're good.
There's been a lot of like, he said, she said, they said, what's the truth? You know, there's a lot of conflicting stories and how conversations played out. And there's, I'm pretty sure this has been said before at Tribal, but there's someone's side, another person's side, and the truth. And that still remains true now. It's really hard trying to tell someone something, knowing that, like, for example, like me and Emily, most likely this was a normal round. We wouldn't be transparent with each other considering she just voted me out. But we're forced to kind of work together. And a lot of people are in that position where maybe they aren't the closest with their partner, but they have to at least have some type of communication line. And it's just been hard to try and figure out what can a group of people agree on.
Mm-hmm. All right. Dejan, how hard has it to determine a name tonight? To determine, I guess, a duo, if you will, to vote.
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay. I mean, it's been very difficult to come up with a duo, so to say. It's not necessarily coming up with a name at this point. Because I feel like I can speak for everyone. Everyone has someone they like on each duo. So it comes to a point where you have to decide who's going to be more beneficial for my game moving forward and who's the least beneficial. And although it's going to hurt one of us tonight, like possibly me, I could possibly be going home. It's just a move that has to be made. Like there's moves that have to be made and we're getting down to the wire. So I feel like everyone at this point understands that it's a game. Moving forward, nothing personal, and we just gotta roll with the punches, basically.
Ned, the fact that tonight, you know, considering you guys are in duos there's 6 different duos, and then Evan and Bella are both safe. There's really only 5 options tonight. Does that kind of lessen the blow if you were to go home tonight? That okay, well, people only had limited options, or it would still hurt just the same?
I mean, I think whether we were in duos or not, I was going to be targeted. So I think it's probably going to lessen a little bit, but it would suck for me to go and like Simona to go with me because like I feel like I could be partly responsible. And I think that's the same for a lot of other people. Like potentially duos could be targeted because of their partner. And I guess that's probably what could hurt a lot of people, I guess. But at the end of the day, it's the game. It's always evolving, and hopefully I'm here still.
Evan, the fact that tonight you do have the immunity necklace, especially considering how complex this week is, Does it kind of give you more room, or does the fact that the duos exist keep you limited?
That's like a hard question because personally, I know who I'm doing, and I kind of like stuck with that throughout. But like whether or not like these were different duos, I probably like was gonna like hold back because again, like there could be a someone on a duo that I like for this like all the pairings now, there's someone that I do like on each duo. So like I'm not gonna go around and try to make or like call shots or whatever. I'm just doing what I think I need to do because this person has thrown out my name.
All right, guys. I'm gonna go update whispers again. But with that being said, unless you guys aren't ready, we could get to the votes. No? Everybody feel ready? All right, I'm gonna go read whispers, and then I will let you guys know when we have 5 minutes. Okay. Griffin and Dejan. Griffin and Emily Pitch. Justin and Emily Pitch. Emily Pitch and Daniel. Simona and Justin. Jordan and Griffin. Jordan and Emily Pitch. And then got some votes coming through. All right, guys, 5 minutes starting now. So get those votes in by, let's just do 23. And in a second, I'll keep doing whispers. Are we voting right now? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like.
Yes, stupid.
Yeah.
Can you not? Like,
it's due at 23.
Oh, okay.
Damn, Emily was about to get a self vote for her duo.
Drew, can you check your DM?
Yes, I can. I was like tearing paper for the reveal. Okay, thank you.
Can you heart in my DM? I can't find it. Oh, never mind. I found it. I'm done. I'm good. It's going crazy. Hey.
Hey, Judge.
Are you like nervous?
Yes.
Oh, shut up, Evan.
A bit rude, but I.
Okay, guys. Pray for the vote reveal tonight because I don't know how I'm doing this. But anyways, let's get started. With that being said, I have the votes. So if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
Drew, obviously got this from the auction. Everyone knows about it. I'm gonna play this on Mia and Simona.
This is an idol. Any votes casted on Ned or Simona.
My offer for stripping is still fully present, Drew. Like, if just let me know. Just let me know.
Sadly, your offer is going to be denied, Miss Buff. But anyways, with that being said,
Hey, Drew.
hey, Jordan.
So a lot of people have been wondering whether I have an advantage, whether I don't. I honestly don't know if people have voted me, but I think I'm going to hold on to the advantage. But I came across this a couple days ago, and I'm like, a 1 in 5 chance of going home is too risky, and I wouldn't want to leave with it in my pocket, so I'm going to merge idol.
I knew it. Oh my god.
Oh my god!
He had the merge.
I swear to God, I had no idea.
Justin will not count.
Thanks,
Wow.
All right, guys. That
Thanks,
being
Daniel.
said, is everybody good? I'm gonna get to the votes. Okay. We're gonna vote now, or reveal now. Okay. First vote. Ned and Simona does not count.
Yay!
Second vote. Ned and Simona does not count. Third vote. Jordan and Justin does not count. Fourth vote. Jordan and Justin does not count. Fifth vote. Jordan and Justin does not count. Sixth vote. Jordan and Justin does not count. Seventh vote. Daniel and Emily Buff. Eighth vote. Tristan and Emily P. Ninth vote. Daniel and Emily Buff. 10th vote. Daniel and Emily Buff. 11th vote, and the next person voted out of this game, Daniel and Emily Buff. Daniel and Emily, that is enough tonight. I will have you join the Discord where I will pull you in. All right,
Who's
guys.
responsible?
That being
Hit me
said,
up after.
all right, guys. That being said, I'm gonna end the call for everybody. Go back to Discord.
Bye.